So I made something pretty cool recently and I would like to share it with you. So I've been making these tiny potion bottles which are gonna be sold in my Etsy store. So if you would like to get some, please check it out. You can see some of the ones I've made here and I will show you how I make a few more. I'm gonna make 2 in this video and I am using some disposable cups and AB epoxy resin from Sophie and Toffee. So it's just resin that you mix equal amounts of A and B. And I'm also using these tiny potion bottles. I got them from eBay, I believe. They are just tiny little knickknacks that you can get. So I have 2 shapes. There's one that's kind of like a square, and then the other one is a heart. The ones that are the square ones actually didn't come with the loops on top. So I used to make jewelry a lot. So I did my own loops by stabbing this metal part into it, cutting it and twisting it. So when it's actually in resin, it's gonna cure with it so you can't accidentally pull it out. So I'm just shaking my resin here and pouring it into the little container I have. And I'm gonna mix it equal parts, mix it well, and that's kind of it. It should cure within 24 hours. So give it a bit of time for it to cure. I'm just gonna be adding some glitters to this one now. The 2 potions that I will be making in this video are both just with glitters. And I also got them from Sophie and Toffee if you're interested. So I'm adding this iridescent white to like this pinkish purple and yellow glitters. This potion bottle is going to be yellow, and then the other one that I make is going to be a different color. I think, yeah, it's the red one that I'm going to make next. Because I'm doing basically the colors of the Hogwarts houses. So I have the blue and the green already made off screen. But yeah, here I'm just mixing some glitters together and then I'm pouring it into the bottle. These plastic containers I have are actually from the hospital. So I'm not sure if you can get these exact ones, but they have a little nice pouring bit and I've never spilled anything except on camera. So, you know, it's just me being camera shy, I guess. So I help for all of it to pour inside with a spoon, just because when you have quite big chunks of glitter, it doesn't want to flow that nicely. Here's a little close-up. Please ignore my fingernails. I have a really bad habit of biting my fingernails, but yeah, that's basically it. Because the resin cures so slowly, I actually keep turning the bottles so the heavy glitter doesn't fall to the bottom. So I keep them upside down and, you know, just so it's not just clear on top and glitters on the bottom. You can see it in the green one. I kept turning it and it's kind of dispersed throughout. Some glitters are more heavy than others, so you kind of have to experiment to see which ones would be suitable for this. So here I'm mixing the second one. It's exactly the same thing, mixing some glitters, pouring it in and seeing what happens. And like to finish off the bottles, I tied some string on them and have added little charms. I added a ring and obviously the actual necklace part, because these are necklaces. Yeah, I just thought it would be nice for you to see me doing it twice. In case if you missed something, I'm still a total noob at resin at all. This is my first time using resin, so you know, if you're looking for a more in-depth tutorial, it's definitely not here. I'm gonna link some below that I watched if you're interested. But yeah, it's the same thing, just mixing some stuff and putting it together. I am reusing the same cup just because I hate wasting plastic. I probably wouldn't recommend it. Most people say don't, but because I was doing them so close together, the resin didn't set, and this resin takes a while to set anyway, and I haven't noticed any problems with my bottles, and it's been a few days, so I think it's okay. I usually would try to avoid that kind of contamination. Definitely never put any of the resins together when you're actually like into the actual container bottles, because then you'll completely mess it up. But yeah, here's just me pouring the resin. I think this one I accidentally poured down the side a little bit. Yeah, so this one is supposed to be Gryffindor, and afterwards I actually added some this gold thread around it just to make the theme a little bit more cohesive. And you can check it out on my Etsy. I will also be posting pictures of these on my Instagram if you're interested. I found that this was a really easy introduction to resin, just because resin is kind of scary for me, especially when they're like, oh, it's gonna set really quickly, so we need to work really fast. And when I work fast, I get really clumsy. You can see me here putting the heart glitters in with a needle and sticking them inside, just because they were so large that I was scared they will just clog up the bottle. But yeah, this is a nice, easy project for a beginner like me, and I think I would be ready to try maybe something a little bit different next time with perhaps UV resin. I don't know though. I think I'll stick to this one for now and just use up what I have, and then maybe see if I want to do anything else with it. But yeah, I'm also going to, yeah, here's the all 4 bottles that I've made. So, oh, yeah, that's me dropping them. I've dropped like almost all of the bottles a few times and none of them broke, so that's pretty good. But yeah, you can see the bottles now that I've made off screen. Some are better than others because it was my first time making them. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this was somehow, I don't know, helpful or inspirational. It's just a little DIY, and I feel like putting real flowers and stuff like that, like I did, can make it feel really magical. So I hope that you make something like this if you're interested, because it's actually really easy and really, really fun. So I will see you in the next video, and bye bye!